Well, maybe we should just go ahead and dive into water testing. Why?
Yeah.
Go.
So water,
So since with over applying phosphorus in my ground and not getting anything out of it, what about water testing?
yeah.
Because we want to go, what's a starting point with some of the most impactable locations on the farm that we can swing the needle?
That's true, yeah. So water testing is critically important, and I think hopefully there's going to start to be this awakening in agriculture. I've talked to several guys who are starting to like, oh, well, that's the thing. If you look into this and you'll literally just Google it, I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of time researching this to realize that water quality can have a great impact on things like the efficacy of your herbicide, for instance, right? Like it can screw with the half-life of your active ingredients in your tank, whether that's herbicide, fungicide, insecticide, usually less so on the insecticides, but a lot of them.
What about residuals?
Like the half-life of the residual? I don't know for sure, but I think so. I mean, again, there's a list. Like you can find the list of like which herbicides can be impacted by this. So half-life. Also things like if you have high bicarbonate levels or high calcium levels in your water,
exactly.
those cations. That's the whole thing with Roundup, right? Like Roundup was a chelating, or was designed as a chelating agent. So when we have too many cations in our tank, right, we tie up with things like manganese, with iron. So that's why we need to add the AMS first to condition or treat the water, so that then the active ingredient can actually be active and not just tying up with crap in the tank. And so if we would look at, treating our water, whether that's through like an AMS or citric acid or something like that, to get rid of those cations or to bind up those cations, a lot of times we can make our herbicide more effective depending upon what we're using. The other thing is pH of spray water, for instance, right? We know that nutrients get into the plant at a slightly acidic, and I'm not talking like 4, but like a 5.5 to 6.
Just like kind of like the pH of rainwater.
I don't know what
you got to be careful there.
Yeah,
because I've actually done tests of rainwater and it came out to be 6.8.
Right.
I'm just saying, but back when there was a lot of sulfur,
right there you go.
Then it was around that 5.5 or 6. Because I thought, I was gonna do it. I was gonna make pivot water into rainwater. Yeah, not yet.
Here's a simple solution. Again, I don't sell it. I have no affiliation with this company, but I found out about this from a farmer in Indiana. There's a company called U.S. Water Systems in Danville, Indiana.
Okay.
And for about $12,000. You can get an RO system on your farm that will pump out 12,000 gallons of RO water a day.
Wow.
I mean, forget AMS, forget citric acid, forget all your water conditioners. Just get reverse osmosis water.
Well, here's a story about my RO example. So I was doing a foliar feed for my father-in-law, okay, and he had a 300-gallon tank of RO water, okay, and I was using vinegar to drop pH.
Yep.
Okay. So I was doing that, and of course I didn't have my pH meter. I left it at my house, so I went to the local Ace Hardware and got me pH strips.
Strips, yep.
Okay, so I was doing my jar test, all that jazz, and I was putting in, drops at a time. Guess how many drops of vinegar I needed to move 100 gallons of RO water?
Oh, like 2? I don't know. Not very
2 or 3.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, but it just tells you right there what it does to water quality within itself.
RO water is much more impactable than just well water.
I pulled a water sample the other day for our lab. We said we moved our lab, and again, guys, this is like I think it was a $40 test for the water deal. And when you see like the amount of iron, calcium, magnesium, all the crap that's in there, it's terrible. Like you guys had some of our distilled water. We distill all of our water at our house because Bloomington has terrible water. If you see the crap that's left in the bottom of that tank, in fact, I did a TikTok video on this, right?
Yep.
And you can see like that hard water. The calcium buildup, the bicarbonates, whatever is in your particular water, because it varies from area to area. That's all crap that can mess with your chemistry, right? Like that is a chemical problem, a potential chemical problem.
Yep.
Gut problems.
Okay. Well, and it's one of those things, you can go out there and go the RO route, or at least take the water test to see what you're combating.
Yeah.
So you can combat it.
Yep.
I mean, that's half the battle right there.
Absolutely.
So, I mean...
Or same thing, irrigation water. I mean, it's called an irrigation suitability test. That's what the test is actually called, right? I think it's T1 for Waters Ag Lab. Again, you can do it through Midwest. You can do it through, I think theirs is, again, $45 or $50. I think Next Levels is $45 or $50. They're all about the same.
And we even got Ward Labs. I mean, in Central. Yeah. I mean, just find a lab. They have a water.
Do a water test. Yes.
So we got...
Okay, I have my water test.
Okay.
What do I do with it?
Perfect. So depending upon the chemistry that you're using, read the label. I know nobody likes to do that. Or have your agronomist read the label. I don't care. As long as somebody reads the label, right?
No, let's say me.
Okay, you.
Empowering the farmer.
Yep.
Teach the farmer to read the label.
So the label for whatever chemistry you're using says adjust the water pH to 5.5.
Okay. Now you say, herbicide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just say glyphosate.
Okay. So...
everybody uses that.
Yep. So make sure you're putting enough AMS in there. Not, again, the broad shot universe. Oh, just use X number of pounds per gallon. No, there are calculators you can get online for free. Just download the calculator. Usually it's in a spreadsheet, or we have one now for our products as well through Alchemy. That's like, you just plug in the water sample numbers and it will spit out, here's how much AMS you need.
In Alchemy?
Well, that one's against specific to our products, because what you are using, right, it will tell you the potential of how bad it will likely tie up with something. So that could be different for glyphosate versus like a foliar spray.
Okay, give me hope again.
Uh-oh.
Because now I'm like,
well, we'll just start with herbicide.
I got a water test. I got a water test.
Start with
and
the
I want to
herbicide.
spray my burn down. Roundup 2,4-D and whatever.
Yep. So you have let's say you have exceptionally hard water. The university recommended broad shot rate of whatever it may be, pounds per gallon.
3 pounds. 3
I
pounds
don't
per
even
100.
remember. Okay, so it's probably too low if you have really hard water, which means
All I know is bags everywhere.
Yeah.
Bags everywhere and my back hurt.
Yeah. But do you want your herbicide to work?
Yeah.
And if you don't want to mess around with bags, then go buy the RO system. That's the easy answer. But if you do want your herbicide to work and you don't want to spend the money on the RO system, then make the proper adjustments, which you may need twice as much if your water sucks. You may only need half as much, and then we can save you some money. Either way, like, the thing about all this stuff, guys, is like, we're either going to save money, whether that means that we are removing less phosphorus than we thought we were. So now I'm telling you, okay, so put less phos on, so we're saving you money. Or on the other end, now we're saying, hey, you need more AMS than what you thought you did. Now we're making it more effective. Either way here, these are like very inexpensive, very high, potentially high, depending on where you're at, high ROI type changes.
Well, we even talk about every dollar we spend, making sure we're making the right decision, right? So maybe it is less FOS, but now I need double the AMS.
Yes.
At least I know when I put that dollar over there,
yes,
it's where it needs to be.
Yes.
I mean, that's the goal of why we're thinking do these tests, help you on your operation. It's for where is that dollar going, and that you're getting the return on that dollar.
Guys, if you've liked the information that you've seen so far, go ahead and check out the full-length podcast on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe there. It's also on all the major podcast platforms. We're constantly dropping info and more content on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Check it out for a lot more content.